Today on the channel, we return to the Monday Night Wars Series 4 once again with the West Texas Rednecks, Mr. Perfect, and maybe even a song or two.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Cowboy Kyle here with another WWE Monday Night Wars Series 4 unboxing and review. And today on the channel, from the West Texas Rednecks, we got the 2-in-1 figure of Curt Hennig. But for all your Curt Hennig needs, Walmart. But for everything else under the sun, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. And of course, Walmart exclusive, or maybe a Walmart exclusive at this point. We'll see what ends up happening there. But Mr. Perfect, aka Curt Hennig, aka the leader of the West Texas Rednecks, is here at the table today. And I gotta say, I'm very excited about this figure here. I was a little disappointed. I've talked about it before on the channel. I feel like the biggest missed wrestling opportunity in the history of my viewing as a wrestling fan for many, many years, as you guys do know, was Mr. Perfect, aka Curt Hennig, joining the Four Horsemen. I really think if he would have stayed a member of the Horsemen, instead of turning on them right away and joining the NWO and just really getting lost in the shuffle, if he could have stayed as a member of the Horsemen, could have been a game changer. I felt like that would have really validated the Horsemen at the time, would have made them a serious threat, and instead really signaled the end of the Four Horsemen. Really disappointing, and it still grinds my gears all these years later. I always felt like he was totally wasted in the NWO, totally lost in the shuffle, where he would have been something with the Horsemen. However, after the whole NWO, all that kind of went by the wayside, he joined up with Barry and Kendall Windham and Bobby Duncombe Jr., just some good old boys from Texas, and formed, of course, the West Texas Rednecks. Felt weird for a guy from Minnesota, much like myself, from the upper Midwest. But man, it worked. I love the West Texas Rednecks. Obviously, it was cool to see Barry Windham, one of the most underrated performers of all time. Obviously, Curt Hennig as well. Kendall Windham, Bobby Duncombe Jr., kind of just there. But it was a cool piece getting those guys together. Some of the vignettes and the songs a little bit more famous than maybe their wrestling matches at the time. And of course, that was part of the big feud with Master P and the No Limit Soldiers and Rap is Crap and all that stuff. And now, I am not a rap connoisseur at all. Third Base, shout out. Shout out to Third Base. It's about as deep as I get into rap. Rap never caught my soul, never touched my heart or anything like that. But I do like country music. I like old school outlaw country. I like a few things, the Marty Stewarts of the world. Obviously, the Merle Haggards, Willie Nelsons, Waylon Jennings. You guys know the whole hits there that I play. I'm more of a heavy metal guy, but I do like some of those country roots from being a little kid with my grandparents, spending the night, seeing a lot of that stuff back in the day. So this one, playing a ton of hits here for me. I'm very excited about this. We might even sing a song later. We might sing one together, do a little karaoke. Hopefully you guys stay tuned for that. But of course, first we got to unbox the figure, and we're going to do this unboxing like we do all the other unboxings on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And like I said, a 2-in-1, so I'm going to try to track down another one of these. Wish me luck, wish me luck. But there he is, old Mr. Perfect with a guitar, just slaying that guitar, just slaying it, man. Mr. Perfect, one of the greatest guitarists of all time. Truly like a young Stevie Ray Vaughan, I think. And if I'm not mistaken, good friend of the channel, Jeff George, back in the 90s, actually took a couple of guitar lessons from one Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig before he went to Eminem, before he went to Sebastian Bach, before he went to We Are Harlot and all points in between. He was fiddling around with Curt Hennig on the guitar. Somebody fact check that. I wouldn't do that. Mark Todd, yeah, they agree with me over there on the couch. Maybe Jeff George will fact check that. I'm not exactly sure. But Mr. Perfect, obviously one of the greatest guitarists of all time. And very cool, we're getting guitar figures left and right. We got Otto from The Simpsons, of course, Real American Hulk Hogan recently. We're getting all these figures. We're ready to start an action figure band. We'll put him with Lemmy. It's going to be a great thing there. So very excited to get the guitar with this one here. We get West Texas Redneck, Curt Hennig, Monday Night Wars. Of course, we're building Commissioner Michaels. Be on the lookout for that review on the channel. Elite, 8 and up, Mark Summers, taking notes over there. WWE logo as well. Man, that's a smile. And of course, Mr. Perfect's dad, Larry the Axe Hennig, I used to see every single year at the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. He died a few years back, but man, one of the nicest guys ever. And man, I've never felt such deep sadness from people. I have a few times. If you guys know the Johnny Gosch story, let's get to child kidnapping here. What's going on with this channel lately? We're talking about all these child molesters in red shoes, and now we're talking about kidnapping. But Johnny Gosch's mom, if you guys know that story, that was around the corner from me growing up, so I don't know what's going on there, but I could always feel the sadness when she was in your presence. Same thing with Mr. Perfect's dad, Larry the Axe Hennig. I always felt like an air of sadness when I was around him. It was a weird thing. I don't know. Who knows? But Curt Hennig on the side over here. Certified, authentic, elite. Then on the back, got the cross sell down below. Unboxing every single one of these on the channel. Check out the reviews. Jibber Jabber, Commissioner Michaels. Tail of the tape, got the blurb, got the glamour shot. Let's see what it says about our old friend Curt Hennig. From Nitro, January 11, 1999. After disbanding from the New World Order, Curt Hennig aligned himself with a faction of superstars from West Texas with a shared distaste for rap music. Oh, they hated their rap music. Oh, they were against it. Career highlights: Intercontinental Champion, WCW United States Champion, WCW World Tag Team Champion, and definitely just missed opportunity after missed opportunity. From Robbinsdale, Minnesota, missed opportunity in WCW, I should say. I just felt they went the wrong direction. From Robbinsdale, Minnesota. Oh, salt of the earth up there in Robbinsdale. And I go to Robbinsdale for work quite often. And he's buried, I believe, in New Hope. And across from the store I'm always going into up there, I always look, and that's where Mr. Perfect is buried. Height 6'3", weight 257 pounds. Finisher, that dreaded Hennig Plex. Truly one of the greats of all time. Absolutely love Curt Hennig, Mr. Perfect, whatever you want to call him. Absolutely love him. See you later. Goodbye. There's that background, like the exploding start of Nitro. See you later. Goodbye. And like we said, a 2-in-1 figure, as you can turn this into NWO Curt Hennig if you want to. Definitely going to have to get a second one for that. But all day long, if I can only have one, it's West Texas Rednecks. It's got to be that way. But there it is. Pop these hands out. Lots of hands here for Curt Hennig. Some of these hands I want to say are for Michaels, but I'm not exactly sure. I should look on the back of the package. It does spell it out for you. But a lot of hands for Curt Hennig. They're going all out on this figure. I'm not sure if we'll get the rest of the West Texas Rednecks. Man, it feels incomplete, but not sure if they got Barry Windham to a deal. Not real sure Bobby Duncombe and Kendall would sell so well. But man, it would be great to have them. It would be great to have all four of them. I love them in their Western hunting garb too. Always seems strange to see Mr. Perfect in hunting garb. He just is a guy I don't feel you think of with hunting and stuff. However, there's that famous story where him and Wade Boggs were out hunting, and I think Wade Boggs got hurt. See you later. Goodbye. And Mr. Perfect, Curt Hennig, carried him like a mile or something on his back. Never forget that story. Look it up if you want to see it. A lot of stories with Curt Hennig over the years. Of course, there it is, Plastic Prison. See you later. There's a lot to unpack right here, and I'm here for it. I'm here for the West Texas Rednecks. Of course, got Commissioner Michaels' body right there, ready for that. Need that all day long. Of course, got the hats here. And you know what? This reminds me, I did make a Curt Hennig custom out of an Adam Page figure with an extra Build-A-Figure Curt Hennig head. And I believe, is this the same head? I got the Build-A-Figure Curt Hennig right here. Identical, same head. So it couldn't really, well, I was going to say, I bought this separately on eBay. I forget what I paid for just the head. But I guess if you had the Commissioner, you didn't necessarily need this one here. But they're getting reuse out of it, getting this head right here. Cool enough, I guess. But let's dive into this stuff. We get two Fists of Fury right here, ready to go. We got two open, splayed out hands. He's going to slap some rappers across the face. Looking at you, Master P. And then he's got two finger-pointing hands here. What you going to do when the West Texas Rednecks run wild on you, Master P and the No Limit Soldiers? Who knows? Who knows? And then we do get that Soft Good NWO shirt. Very cool. It's like a real shirt on this one. No Velcro, anything like that. Like I said, I feel like I need two of this figure. You give them different hands, different heads, different shirt. You're off to the Mr. Perfect races. Curt Hennig races is what you're off to. Got a beautiful cowboy hat right here. This would make Waylon Jennings blush. I think it's a Stetson, if I'm not mistaken. I'm still on the hunt. I got a big head. I'm still on the hunt for a perfect cowboy hat. It's time for me to start wearing that Western wear. It's starting me to take this outside of the reviews, just out into the streets. Again, we'll see what happens. But we do get that hat looking very, very nice right there. And I guess we're going to dive in here. I guess we better get this guitar out of here. And I do assume, and I should have had this at the handy once again, we'll compare it later on in this video. I'll get some glamour shots. But I do assume this is the Hulk Hogan guitar, and I think I have him right over there. I'm looking. It is identical. This is the Hulk Hogan guitar. Of course, got the whammy bar on here. A lot of those country western performers, they love that whammy bar. They're doing dive bombs. We know how they're doing it out there. But you got the black and white guitar here. NWO guitar, I guess you could call it. But it is the same guitar. Got to get the most out of your molds. Makes a lot of sense. But looking very, very nice here. I'm here for this. I'm here for any guitar with any action figure. Give it to me all day long. twice on Sunday. How about that? But now we're diving into old Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig. He's got a very labored face on him, like, ugh, ugh. Well, that's kind of what it looks like. Or he's just kind of gritting and bearing it, smiling through the pain is what it looks like there, because he knows he should have joined the Horsemen as well, but looking very, very nice in the head sculpt department. I really do like this one. Long blonde hair going there. It is Curt Hennig, Mr. Perfect. Maybe not the best head sculpt ever, but it gets the job done. Second head sculpt, same as that build of figure 1. Do you want more of a Curt Hennig with his hair back, kind of in a ponytail? That's what that one gives you right there. Looking very good, though. I guess articulation real quick. Arms go all the way around for us. Bicep cut. Double jointed. Pinless elbows playing those hits. Hands back forth side to side. Waist articulation. You do get the ab crunch going on there. Big old Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig splits there. Legs go up. Thigh cut. Thigh cut. Yep. Double jointed. Pinless knees. Got the big black knee pads on. White boots. Boot cut. Ankles back forth. Up and down side to side. The usual articulation with these figures. Now he does got that pliable plastic singlet. We saw it with The Undertaker. We saw it with the Legends Mr. Perfect. We're seeing it again here today. The straps do come down. I know a lot of people have complained about this, saying, hey, the straps, they're starting to wear away. They start to disintegrate. And hopefully that doesn't happen to this one. Now, I have been fortunate. Mine are good, and I think that has a lot to do with being a controlled environment. Pretty cold down here in the basement, locked away in the basement here. I don't have any issues with it, but I know at San Diego Comic-Con they had some tears in this thing just from the handling and stuff. So your mileage may vary. It's one thing you gotta have to watch out for. Not a huge fan of this. I'd rather have the painted on singlet, I think, or maybe a soft good ones. Those look kind of strange though, as we've known over the years. But this will come down. You can take the straps down. You can put the shirt on over it. You can choose your own Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig adventure. I keep saying Mr. Perfect. It's just so tied in for me here, but it's technically just Curt Hennig here. But you guys know what I mean. But looking very good in the black. Of course, the black trunks on this one. Talked about the knee pads. Talked about everything else. Looks just like Mr. Perfect. Curt Hennig, once again, it's just an old habit. Never going to be able to break it. He does fit on a ringside collectible stand. Looking pretty good. But this is going to be an NWO Curt Hennig. Me and a lot of people use that Retrofest one as the NWO Curt Hennig. Is this the same head and hair? Same hair for sure. Different head, though. Definitely an improved head on this new one here. But same hair between these two. Makes a lot of sense, but a very, very fun looking figure. There's no doubt about it. I do like the looks of this figure here. I really need to get a second one though. Like I said, I feel like I need to display one as full-on West Texas redneck, and I need to display one as, of course, NWO version of Curt Hennig. A 2-in-1 figure, and it's always devastating or a little challenging when it's a very hard to find figure at retail that turns into a 2-in-1. Not a huge fan of that, as you guys can imagine. Might as well grab this one here. We got the manager, of course, Mr. Perfect from back in the day, his previous figure. But looking good, all things considered. I really like this figure. I like what I see. A lot of possibilities for customization. Bring on the rest of the West Texas Rednecks. I am definitely here for that. But are you here for this? Are you here for Curt Hennig? Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day. Of course, more content, including early access to videos like this over on my Patreon channel. Patreon, the best way to support the channel. Really do appreciate it. Everybody over there, a lot of fun. Of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads. And on Instagram. So for the West Texas Rednecks, country music, and haters of rap, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon. All right, time to sing along with the West Texas Rednecks. Are you guys ready? I'm going to try to get ready here. And Mark, Todd, you guys ready? I need your support from the couch more than ever before. Todd, wiggle them toes if you're ready to sing along. Well, we're going to try it. We're going to attempt. We're going to sing along to that classic West Texas Redneck song, Rap is Crap. And it goes something like this.
Right here, a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, everybody, sing along. Oh, you guys are getting into it from the couch. Sing it loud, sing it proud. Let's do it. I like country music. I love country girls. I like Willie Nelson. And don't forget about Merle. There's only one thing that I hate, 'cause it's a bunch of crap. I hate rap. I like NASCAR racing. Richard Petty's still the king. Yeah, they call me a redneck, But yo, it's a beautiful thing. There's only one thing that I hate, 'cause it's a bunch of crap. I hate rap. There's only one thing that I hate, 'cause it's a bunch of crap. I hate rap. Rap is crap. Rap is crap. And there it is. One of the song of a generation. I'll never forget it as long as I live. Thank you guys for singing along, and thank you two on the couch for the backup. Until next time, I'll see you guys all real soon.